recommend Spy in Team Fortress 2. A Spy is one of those classes that you don't need cosmetics to be good, like any other class. You just, even though Spies is one of the hardest classes to master or play, it's really just comes down to how good you play it.
Mission begins in
Yes,
10
I know
seconds.
my item loadout is horrible
5,
because
4, 3, 2, 1.
and I know what you're saying. Array 7 did like a thing for medic, so the job for Spy is taking out enemies, so your team doesn't have to deal with them. You want to try to help your team out as much as you can. I have to play offline practice. I would be in a casual game right now, but you know if you can. So let's talk about Spy's weapons. So the normal stock Spy has a revolver, a knife, a sapper, and a disguise kit. These are all handy. The knife you will probably be using most of the time. You can get like sneaky kills, like as you see, I just took down their heavy and like a soldier I did. And so you want to mostly use those, but your revolver is also helpful. There's a bunch of different variations of the revolver, but you just want to know how to use them well. Like the ambassador, if you're good at aiming for the head, and the stock revolver, good for just taking down the people on low health. But if you can't get behind them with your knife, your revolver will probably get from behind them. Now let's talk about the sapper. We all know the stock sapper is the best because you can zap buildings. But there's also another variation of it called the red tape recorder, which is kind of worse, but if you use it, it decreases the level of the building, which is pretty helpful if there's like a big sentry nest. Engineers can remove the zapper with like 1 or 2 hits, well, a few hits with their wrench, but pybros, really can take it down instantly. Now, Spies have a very low health pool. It's just like the scouts, the snipers, and I don't know. But you really want to know how to play Spy. Also, the disguise kit is very important to you too. Whenever you disguise, normally you'll look like a spy, but now you'll look like what you disguised as. I recommend you don't disguise as a scout because your speed stays the same, and scouts you don't move as fast, so it looks weird. Soldiers, I don't like how slow you are, even though I can play soldier. I normally disguise as a pyro if you look at my videos because frick it. Demoman is also a good disguise. Heavy, I wouldn't even disguise. Now engineer, yeah, there's like engineers that things. But medic, I wish I remembered how to switch to your, like you can switch your weapons, but it's just, I don't know. You want to change it to the minigun. Now sniper, you can use him. Good. Then another spy, you have a mask, the disguise mask on, and it's kind of obvious. I would just recommend you disguise as a pyro. And, yeah. Now the Invis Watch, you will be using this a lot too. As a spy, you want to make sure you have your health high and your cloak full. So, like, the stock invis watch, whenever you cloak, you lose cloak. You need to get to, you can grab ammo whenever you're, disguised. I mean, cloak. But some invis watches, like the Dead Ringer and the Cloak and Dagger, the two other ones, will, the Cloak and Dagger, whenever you stand in place, it will regen your cloak. I would recommend you would use the stock invis watch or the Cloak and Dagger. The Dead Ringer is hard to use and, well, hard to use if you're a beginner. Now, you want to priority take out medics. Medics are like the biggest threat because it can heal the enemy team. So, as you see, you want to make sure that you get close behind them and make sure to stab them fast. The different knife variants, like the Big Earner and the Conveyor's Kunai, I wouldn't recommend using them whenever you're starting off. The Conveyor's Kunai makes it so whenever you have 70 health, which is never good for a beginning spy. You can die super easily, and it's not good. Ooh. So, you want to make sure you're always disguised and cloaked to make sure you're hidden. Now, sappers come in handy whenever this. Boom, I just took down like a level 2, well, yeah, took down a level 2 sentry. And you want to make sure that they don't, like, decloaks can give you away. That's why you just want to make sure your cloak is high. Oh, that's never good. So, the spy's job is just to pick off the enemies. Don't get too cocky. Don't like trick stabs. Like, don't be like, wait, those people are doing a bunch of trick stabs that are like amazing, like the stair stab.
Mission begins in 60
Like,
seconds.
don't become too cocky. Don't just do that because you've seen other people do it. Stick with sneaking around for now. Whenever you get better, learn how to do some trick stabs, better stabs, and whenever you get better at spy, yeah. I forgot to talk about the revolver. Well,
Mission
not
begins
as
in
much.
30 seconds.
The Ambassador, you're kind of like a sniper spy. You can get critical hits. It's not, granted, it's not as good as before, but you still can use it if you need it.
Mission begins in
But
10 seconds.
the Stranger, if I'm saying that correct, and the Big Earner
3, 2,
both give back cloak whenever you backstab / kill somebody. Well, with the Stranger, you whenever you're low on cloak, you want to shoot it at people, and you gain your cloak back. I wish I could show you it, but you know, item servers are freaking. And make sure you practice with spy. See, that's what you want to do. Pick off their medic, run back into spawn. It's very helpful to your team because they usually have to target the medic so they don't heal their teammates. And it's very handy whenever they do it. The spy also, now let's talk about what spies shouldn't do. Number 1, do not get too cocky. I wouldn't recommend to disguise as a scout against real players. Number 3. Don't do what I just did. Even though I just killed him. Don't, as I was saying, don't get cocky. You can either end up dying and costing you a lot because your team will practically die. Scouts are super hard to backstab. You can try to go for them, but just don't try that often. Because they will either outrun you, kill you, because if they get a body shot, that isn't good. Just don't try. Don't go into like a crowd of people expecting to get like a major chain stab and like freaking killing everybody in the path. Because if you do that, you should just not become cocky as a spy. If you do, you're like, you become like, you always die, and you don't want that to happen. I don't know what to say. I don't know. But just don't get cocky. Don't just start butter knifing your enemies like. Don't. Actually, that's like not even a joke. Don't do it. Also, don't get stuck right here. Yeah. Make sure you don't want to head for. Yeah, remember, as a spy, your job isn't to be at the top of the leaderboard. Your main job is to pick off enemies. Don't let people that, like Mr. Paladin, he's like a freaking good spy man. Don't expect you're gonna be just like him. It takes a long time to become as good as him. That's why, just do what I do. Don't go to the top of the leaderboard. I don't play spy that often. Whenever I do, I like pick off enemies enough so my team can get past the like sentry and like. Also, as a spy, you're gonna be having a bunch of fail stabs like that. Remember, don't cloak and don't bump into people. Bumping into people is like the death of. And remember to disguise. Yeah, that's a major priority. Here's another tip. Whenever you zap a sentry, shoot it with your revolver. Don't just stab it with your knife. Don't just watch it get destroyed. But if you're trying to get the achievement, which I don't freaking have, and I'm kind of mad because I don't play scout, I'm a spy. Casual. I'm just trying to get the sentry down right now. I don't care about you want to know where every health pack is. Every health pack and every health pack and ammo pack, those will be super helpful towards you. Make sure there's no stickies around a sentry before zapping it. No pyros. Oh yeah, did I mention, don't try to kill pyros. It practically never works out. here's another thing. Oh my god. Yeah. And that is it for my video, Spy for Beginners. Yeah, Sam, Erase haven't got a video on that. About for a medic. Yes, I know, but I just was like, screw it. Everybody who did it for Spy. Mr. Paladin did one freaking 5 years ago, so I was just like, screw it. I'm gonna tell you how to play Spy. But then I was gonna go into a casual game, but then the freaking loadout servers were down. And I couldn't go into casual. Also, don't miss your backstabs. Yep, see you guys in the next video. Haha. Oh yeah, don't try to kill people.